Hello lovelies, so welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a review on the Tarte Rainforest After Dark. I think it's called the Colored Clay Eye and Cheek Palette. This palette, you guys, is oh, I love it. I love it. I think I used it for like almost 2 weeks straight. I think in a couple of videos that I've done already, I think, in the Ipsy video I had this palette on, and a couple other videos that I don't think I've published yet that I've already filmed, I have this palette on, if I was talking about other stuff that I wasn't doing a tutorial for. It is fantastic. I'm sure if you are in the beauty world, you've heard of it already. It comes with 6 eyeshadows, a blush, a bronzer, and a highlighter, so kind of an all-in-one palette. And look how gorgeous the packaging is. It is fantastic. It's a disc palette. I think it's the 3rd palette that Tarte has come out with that has this sort of disc palette shape. One was the Aqua Lilies. I think that was the first one, and the second one, I don't remember what it was called. I know it had like a seashell on the outside, I think. Anyhow, I digress. This palette, though, I had to have. I think it's beautiful. It has a sort of wood-like texture, which, you know, rainforest, so kind of an homage to the trees, I guess you could say. And then it's got a beautiful gold snake on the front with a gorgeous, it looks like just dark purple, maybe sort of amethyst jewel on the snake's head. I think it is just stunning. I mean, it's such a simple design, but it really packs a punch, don't you think? Then the inside has a gigantic mirror, which I just think is fantastic. And I really like the sizes of all of the products that come in here. I like the pan sizes. I think the eyeshadow sizes are perfect. I think the blush size is perfect. I mean, I just all over love this palette. So let's go ahead and get into some fabulous pictures. I know you want to see some close-ups. All right, here we go. So Tarte says about this palette, inspired by the rainforest's deep orchid hues at dusk, Tarte's limited edition eye and cheek palette has everything you need to create sultry and sophisticated day-to-night looks. Infused with colored clay, which naturally color corrects as it supports oil control, this makeup provides longer wear and truer color payoff. This modern ingredient from the mountainous regions of Brazil brightens, evens, and soothes skin, while the velvety formula glides on and delivers rich color without setting into fine lines and wrinkles. So the shades that come in this palette for the eyeshadows, starting left to right, are Bare to Explore, which is a sort of very soft matte pink beige, Make a Mauve, which is a gorgeous plum mauve with some sort of plum and pink shimmer, micro shimmer, Plum Away with Me, which is a beautiful dark maroon plum with silver micro shimmer, Up to No Gold, which is a sort of muted tan gold, Tan-gled Up in You, which is a gorgeous matte light brown tan, and Don't Turn a Brown, which is a gorgeous matte dark deep cool tone brown. Then for the highlight is in the color Champagne, a very soft champagne gold. The bronzer is in Park Avenue Princess, and the blush is in the shade Unleashed, which it looks like this is also a limited edition shade. Unleashed is a beautiful nude rose and completely matte. All right, so these shadows, let's talk about the shadows first. The shadows and the swatches you saw, there's no primer. I just, 3 or 4 swipes. You can see they're very, very pigmented. These shadows are very, very buildable. The matte shades, which is that Bare to Explore, Tan-gled Up in You, and Don't Turn a Brown, they're very, very lovely matte shades. They go on really well. They're not powdery. They do mattify your lid completely. They're very, very, very buildable, and they last forever. I mean, I think they're just gorgeous matte shades. I really want them to come out with a completely matte palette if they haven't already. I'll have to go look. Have they? If you know that they've come out with a matte palette, let me know. I don't have a lot of Tarte products, but I have a couple of their palettes, but I'd really love to have like a completely matte palette now. I'm probably thinking that there is like an Amazonian clay palette, if I recall. I think there is. I'm gonna have to look into this stuff. And then the more shimmery shades, which is, let's see, what is it called? Make a Mauve, Plum Away with Me, and Up to No Gold. These shades are absolutely fabulous too. The shimmer isn't like sparkle sparkle. It's very glowy, and the shimmer just comes across as this nice sort of shimmery sheen than sparkle. The macro shim is very, very, very small. I really think this palette, you know, it has a nice mix, because really there's these sort of, you know, pinker shades over here that you can use, and then there's these yellow tone browns over here that you can use. And you can just go with those three, go with these three, or mix and match them both, which I really think is a smart idea. Now the bronzer, on me, the bronzer works. I am wearing an entire look using the shadows in here, and I'll do a tutorial for you at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. The bronzer is maybe a little more on the yellow tone side for me. I have pink undertones, so it is workable. I just can't do a very cut, you know, contour with it, because it pulls too yellow. Blend it out, it's okay. Not patchy at all. I really like it. This is my first Tarte bronzer to use, and I'm really happy with it. The highlight, gorgeous. I don't know if you'll be able to see it in this look. I have a little bit on the bridge of my nose, on my cupid's bow, and then up on the top of my cheeks. It's very soft. I think it works well with with my skin tone, you know, as pink toned as I am. I don't know how well it'll work on darker skin tones, and the same with the bronzer. This looks more like a palette for the highlighter and the bronzer for maybe light, fair to medium skin tones. I'd say more light to medium skin tones. Some fair girls can wear this. I'm a fair skin tone person, so like I said, it pulls a little yellow on me. It depends. Most fair tone girls lean towards a pink undertone, most, not all. So, but like I said, it's still workable. Now the blush, if Tarte doesn't come out with this blush on its own, I'm gonna be so sad, because this blush is just fantastic. And this blush, I think, will work on a variety of skin tones. I mean, it is just, it's so buildable. It's such a pretty color. It's, you know, I mean, it's just so pretty. I just love it. And I think it makes a nice rosy, fresh looking tone to the cheeks. I think it's just fantastic. Believe it or not, I think this palette does create a variety of looks. I think you could go for a super easy daytime look to a super dark, sort of more sultry nighttime look. I'll have at the end of the video, stay tuned if you want to see kind of a variety of looks. I just fell in love with this palette so much. I told you I just used it so much that I took a couple photos of different looks that I did. So I'm only doing the tutorial for this look that I have on today. There for a second. Anyhow, the look that I have on today, I'm using the shades Bare to Explore. What was this one called? Oh yeah, Don't Make a Mauve, Plum Away with Me, and Tan-gled Up in You. And one of the other looks that I'll have, the photos at the end of the video, I'm wearing the brown shades. And then of course today I'm wearing the highlighter, bronzer, and blush. So if you want to learn how to do this look, keep on watching. Alright, so let's get started. I primed my lids first with Julep's Blank Canvas, let's see, what is it called? Mattifying Eye Primer all over, and we're just going to jump right into the shadows. So first one we're going to start off with is that really pretty matte sort of nude dull pink, and I'm going to be using, let's see, where are you? It's a Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush, and I'm going to apply that above the crease and up towards the eyebrow, and I'm going to bring it and round it in towards my nose, and then all the way out to the tip of my eyebrow. Just kind of blend it on, just so we have a nice soft color up above the crease. Alright, next I'm going to take my Coastal Scents BRC N02, which is a flat shadow brush, And we're going to take that Mauve Lavender Shimmer shade and we're going to apply that all over the lid. And we're just going to kind of build this color up because it can be it can be worn very soft, or you can build it up for a sort of deeper, richer color. All over the lid. And what I'm doing with this shadow is I'm kind of not packing it on, but I am patting it on. I don't want to kind of brush it over because I do want to get a nice rich color. And I'm bringing it all the way up to not quite to my eyebrow because I want that really pretty matte shade to still show through. So I'm going almost as far as I took that first initial shade, but not quite. Rounding it in. And it doesn't matter how far out you kind of bring it down here because I'm going to pull it down underneath just like this. I'm going to pull it all the way under my bottom lashes and connect it up to the top and then open up the edge a bit. I am opening up pretty far just because I want a nice, really, really smoky eye. A little dramatic. All right, next I'm going to take, let's see, where are you? Where are you? Here you are. Coastal Scents, doesn't have a name. It's just a small flat shadow brush. It's not really flat. It's a little fluffy. And we're going to take that really pretty maroon shade and apply it just on the outer third of the eyelid. And then kind of round it in the crease in towards the eye a bit, just to kind of darken it up, and then pull it out, not as far as we pulled out that mauve shade, but just kind of opening up the V a bit, I guess you could say. And then bring it down just a little bit under the bottom lashes. We're essentially just darkening up that outer corner of the eye. Giving a little bit of richness. All right, and then going back to the flat fluffy shadow brush, we're gonna take that mauve shade again and then just kind of softly blend out the edge. You can probably even just use what's left over on your brush just to kind of blend that maroon and mauve together a bit. Alright, then we're going to take a pointed shadow brush. This is Real Techniques. It doesn't have a name, I'm sorry. Just a rounded pointed shadow brush. And go back into that maroon color and then kind of concentrate it more just on the outer third of the bottom lashes. And then maybe just a little bit above too if you kind of want to make it go a little bit darker. Alright, next we're going to take a, let's see, nope, not you. You. What is this? Starlooks, a soft small dome fluff brush. It's 858 is the number. And we're going to take that really pretty dull gold and apply it just on the inner corner of the eye, just patting it on. Build it up kind of as much as you want. And then with the edge of the brush, I'm going to pull it down underneath the bottom third of the bottom lashes. The bottom third. The inner third of the bottom lashes. There you go. So you have that nice little pop of gold. Now, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes, put mascara on, and I'll be right back. Alright, so now that I have mascara on, I'm going to take, let's see, this is the Julep Gel Eye Glider in Smoky Taupe Shimmer. And I'm going to apply eyeliner on right over my lashes. Not all the way to the edge, just on the kind of the middle of my eyelid. Alright, and then for the outer part of my eye, I'm going to take Stila's, let's see, Sparkle Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner in Rock Candy, which is a really pretty dark brown. And I'm going to start where I ended, kind of lightly line it onto that taupe liner, and then just pull it out into a nice wing. This liner, it's pretty liquidy, so it doesn't dry completely dark, or it doesn't apply completely dark, I should say, so you have to kind of give it a minute to dry, and then you can apply a second coat after it's dry, and then it'll just completely darken it up. Alright, so let's give that a second to dry. I'll be right back. Alright, so while that's drying, I'm going to go ahead and apply the bronzer and the blush. If I look kind of weird, it's because I already did it on the left side, just not on the right side. So I'm going to be using a Starlooks Sculpt and Blush brush, number 906. I'm going to pinch the brush and dab it into the bronzer, tap off a little excess, pinch it again, and then apply the bronzer in the hollows of my cheeks. And give myself a little contour. Then I'm going to bring it on my jawline, and I like to pull it down a little bit because my face tends to be a little bit darker than my neck naturally, so I usually just kind of really lightly just pull it down. Plus I have pretty horrible double chin, so it kind of helps cover that up a little bit. Alright, then I'm going to take, let's see, what is this? What are you? Nicka K New York Eyeshadow Round, number NB006. It's just a regular sort of flat shadow brush, and I'm going to dip it into the bronzer and sculpt my nose, because my nose tends to look a little large. And on the tip. Kind of just gives the illusion my nose isn't quite as big. And then I like to put bronzer right under my bottom lip just to make my lip kind of look a little more plump, and sculpt it a bit. Alright, so the eyeliner should probably be dry by now, so let me go ahead and apply the second coat, and then I'll go back to blush. Alright, so to finish up the look, I'm going to be taking a Coastal Scents BRC N27 brush, a fluffy powder brush, and use the blush and apply it right on the apples of my cheeks. I love this color. I think this color is just gorgeous. And there you have it. That's the finished look. Alright everyone, so that's the end of the tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comments down below if you are going to get this palette for yourself, if you already have this palette, maybe what looks you created. If you have a YouTube channel, be sure to go ahead and give me the link to a look you may have created if you review this palette. I'd love to see it. This palette, it retails for $38. I looked on Tarte's website. I don't see it, so I don't know if that means that it's already sold out because it's limited edition, or if it's not out on their website yet. It's at Sephora's website though. That's where I bought it from, Sephora. I did still see it at my Sephora store as well. So you can either buy it online on Sephora's website, or go to your store, go to your local Sephora store and check it out for yourself if you like. Like I said, it retails for $38. I'll have links in the description box below, along with info on the palette and what products I use to do the look, etc., etc. You know the drill. But for now, I think that's it. Is that it? That's it. All right, everyone. Happy makeuping. Mwah.